In this video, I would be talking about Microsoft Defender for Endpoint policies. There are some policies that you can configure to protect the machines and block, detect, and remediate malicious activities. I have taken few policies. I'm not talking about all the policies in this video. I may talk about them later, but I have taken few policies and I will be talking about it. First one is EDR policies, endpoint detection and response. Next one is next generation antivirus policies that you can apply to all the endpoints, and Windows firewall policy, ASR policy, attack surface reduction policies, and tamper protection policies. In when we configure tamper protection policies, there is also option where you can temporarily disable tamper protection for troubleshooting purposes. So that is troubleshooting mode. We will talk about that also. And apart from the policies, there are a couple of two small configurations, basic essential configurations. I would also talk about them. Those are email alerts and enter ID device groups. Email alerts, you can kind of set a notifications to any security activity or incident or a kind of report, those kind of things. You can set up email alerts. So kind of a basic things, like if something happens, someone should be notified. That is a purpose. And then the intra device group, so this is helpful when you don't want to apply policies to all the machines and you want to target to a particular kind of machines. For example, Windows 11 machines, you can create a dynamic group in the enter ID which will add all the Windows 11 machines, current and future also, whichever coming into the system. So this way you will ensure that if a new machine is also added to the network or environment, that is also covered through all these policies or any other configurations which are done in Defender for Endpoint. You don't have to worry what happens if a new system is added to my network or environment, whether they are protected. So with using dynamic groups, it will take care future machines and all the current machines also. Okay, so first let's talk about EDR policies. EDR policies is focuses on detecting, investigating, and responding to advanced threats. So key capabilities are behavior monitoring. It collects sensor data and stores it up to 6 months for deep forensics. And then EDR block mode provides a critical safety net by blocking malicious artifacts or behaviors, even if your primary antivirus in non Microsoft or in passive mode. Incident correlation aggregates related alerts into single incident to help analysts understand the full scope of the breach. So, especially, I have written whatever the purpose and key capabilities, but just to summarize, these are some UDR policies that we can apply where, for example, from collecting sensor data on providing a critical safety by blocking malicious content or incident correlation, all these settings are implemented through EDR policies. So let's first go ahead and implement this and then we'll come and talk about the next policies. All these MDE policies, I would call it MDE, Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. I would use this abbreviation going forward. to make things easier. So all these policies that we are talking in this video, or that I'm going to talk in future videos, can be configured either through Microsoft Intune or from the Microsoft Defender XDR. If you are going through or want to configure through Microsoft Defender, you have to come here under Microsoft Defender XDR, come to Endpoints and Configuration Management and Endpoint Security Policies. Here you will see all those policies. And if you want to, let's wait until it loads. So here you can create those policies. If you want to create these policies and enforce through Intune, it is also possible. Only thing is you have to make sure that your Defender and Intune are integrated. For that, you have to just make sure one checkbox is enabled. That is, in the settings, come to endpoints, and here somewhere here, not just permissions. I think here only, this one only. And where are we? Like when you just come to endpoint, the basic, the main page, yeah, Microsoft Intune connection. This should be turned on. By default, it will be turned off. You need to make sure you turned off this, and there are couple of more configuration that you have to do. Little bit more configuration that you have to do here, but I would not be talking about this. I have another video for that. So this, there are a couple of things that you need to make sure, so you'll be able to create and apply policies from from Intune also. So when you log into Intune, and then you have to come over here, endpoint security. From the Intune, we are managing the endpoint security. That is a point here. So then, so here you would have options to configure those policies, and you have to see and make sure this is active. Endpoint defender for endpoint connector status is active. If not, the configurations that I have told, make sure that is been done, then you'll be able to operate from operate on endpoint security from Intune. So here we are seeing all that. See, we are now talking about EDR policies. So come here, and you can create a policy. I have already created a couple of policies, but from here you can in endpoint detection and response policy. So as I said, it will detect any anomalies or any threats in the machines endpoints, and it will respond by creating a incident, or maybe some other responses. It will be able to do that. We are going to configure in the policy. So configuration would be easy. Only thing is you need to understand what policy you are configuring, what it will do, whether that is needed in your environment. That is a game changer. Configuration in any Microsoft products would be easy. So you need to focus on understanding the concepts and understanding what are the implications with those configurations and what are the benefits with those configurations, and whether they are actually needed for your environment is what you need to understand. So you can select Windows machine platform. If you want to configure this for Linux machines, you can do that, and select the profile is endpoint and response. So this policy applies to Windows 11 Sorry, 10, 11, and Windows servers also. So if you select Linux, like it applies to Linux servers like that. Okay. I will take in Windows. I'll take endpoint detection and response. Give the name. Description is optional. I will not be spending time on that. I would only go with the mandatory settings to just save the time. Configuration. So this is the important page. So what you would be doing with this, what you would be actually configuring with this policy. So first thing is Microsoft Defender Endpoint Client Configurations. Client configuration package type.